All right, let's jump right into it. Kawhi Leonard's 39 points lead to the Clippers' victory, 105 to 102 over the Nuggets to even the series at a game apiece. So this is game 2, and we will have game 3 on Thursday in LA. And this is game 1 that the Nuggets picked up the victory by 2 points. And this game will focus on this 3-point victory by the Clippers right here. So 105 to 102 as the article glitches. Kawhi Leonard, he scored his 39 points on 15 of 19 from the field. That's an amazing field goal percentage. And this game was Monday night. It feels like he didn't miss a shot, James Harden said. His shot-making ability is elite. Good thing, too, because his teammates... Check this out. Look at this. If it stops glitching. Look, his teammates combined for 26 of 66 for a 39% field goal percentage. Look at that. And Kawhi scores 39 points. Not a coincidence as he carries his team. And it's the 5th-seeded Clippers, okay? They needed every bit of his brilliance to snatch the home court advantage in the series from the 4th-seeded Nuggets. This is what Kawhi lives for, getting healthy for the playoffs, Clippers coach Tyronn Lue said. We know if we've got a healthy Kawhi, we can win any series. After appearing in just 2 playoff games over the last 2 years, the 33-year-old 2-time Finals MVP is healthy and looking like his old self after missing the first 34 games of the season because of lingering issues with his surgically repaired knees. Okay? So Kawhi has this huge game. Watch and be amazed by these connections. First off, here's a previous article on the same game here. Notice it's that, Nikola Jokic has a triple-double to go with 7 turnovers as the Nuggets fall 105 to 102 to the Clippers in game 2. Notice that fall. I just did this story. Celtics pick up the victory over the Magic. Look at this. Derek White scores 30. Tatum stays in game after fall. He fell. But he returned and the Celtics beat the Magic. But look, fall. Here's another fall with this story I just did recently. Ralph Lauren, right, stays closer to home this time with Intimate Manhattan Gallery Show. Look, Lauren presented a fall collection dubbed the Modern Romantics. Remember, this stuff is all with the language. Maybe it's symbolism to the fall. Pope Francis, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, Francis F., right? Also like fall. Pope Francis dies at the age of 88, the Vatican announces. And we've had fall stories with political figures before. Remember, Joe Biden had at least, what was it, like 3 different times where he fell, including one on a bike, right? At least 3. Okay? So that's interesting with that symbolism, possibly. It's not a coincidence that Easter has been connecting with these trending stories by the numbers, and here we go again. Kawhi Leonard in the language 68 like Easter, and you see all four of the base ciphers being utilized there, don't you? Kawhi Leonard, you even get 203 in reverse like 23, and Easter equals 23. Because if Easter equals 23, this game, one day after Easter, okay, and Easter equals 23, you can get a 23 in a different form. That would be the first and last name of Kawhi Leonard, right? Because that's obviously Kawhi Leonard. You're going to get a higher number value, right? So you get the 23, 203 in Kawhi Leonard like 23. Now, don't forget, Easter equals 68, Kawhi Leonard 68, basketball equals 68 in the language. Easter's got the 94 like Denver. Okay, Denver falls by 3 points to Kawhi and the Clippers. You see, basketball connects with Easter, connects to Kawhi Leonard, connects to the opponent, the Denver Nuggets. Look at that right there. In the same cipher, 94 Easter in Denver. This game, obviously, one day after Easter, but you have that Easter energy, and this always happens because everything's ran on the language. I can remember back to New Year's and Christmas, and it was the same thing. New Year's and New Year's Eve was hidden by the language. We had a basketball game. I think it was Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Christmas, but it was right around that New Year time, and it was the New York Knicks, and they got Mikal Bridges, and that was all connected with Christmas. Okay, so here we go once again. Even Leonard equals 39, and he scores 39 points. Don't forget, it said his team shot 39% in the article I showed you earlier. This game, Monday, April 21st. This is remember, this is the RIP to the Pope on this day. Don't forget, KCP, Caldwell Pope, is on the Orlando Magic, who they're also in the playoffs. Don't forget that. This game 69 days before Kawhi Leonard's June 29th birthday. 69 days before that birthday, Leonard equals 69 in the ordinal cipher. You can reverse 69, you get 96. Nuggets equals 96. So it's the same numbers again, just flipped around. The series is tied at 1-1. This game was on the 111th day of the year, 1-1-1. LA Clippers pick up the victory. ABC 1-2-3 cipher, LA Clippers equates to 1-1-1, 111. Okay? So it's a fake world that we live in. I don't know how else to express it, right? Maybe these players think it's real. I don't know. Maybe the players think it's a real world. You got me. Okay? Right? But somehow, some way, this stuff is scripted out. Okay? And if I'm gonna come to a conclusion on that, it's gonna start with the language, with the names, birthdays, as I'm showing you, days of the events, even the players' names, right? And that's amazing because K is the 11th letter of the alphabet as well, on the fly. Kawhi K. And you even have Kyrie Irving out there, a member of the NBA, right? The Dallas Mavericks. You even have that guy, and he's Mr. 11. You even have Klay Thompson, his teammate. He's Mr. 11 as well. So we get the 11s and how they land here one more time with this letter K, Kawhi, and again K, the 11th letter of the alphabet. If you add up the score of game 2, you get 207. 105 plus 102. Nuggets fall to the Clippers. 105 plus 102 is 207. The Los Angeles Clippers pick up the victory. Los Angeles Clippers equals 207. I just did the Derek White breakdown. Celtics with the victory over the Magic. He scores 30 points. He's the dude in this game, right? You see him in the title. Tatum falls, remember? He came back and finished with 17 or whatever. Look at this. Derek White's birthday, the second day of the 7th month, like 207. And you see how that game connects with this game. And you see how the success goes from one to the other. 207 is like 27, like the birthday of Derek White. Isn't that amazing? And you know what? Kawhi used to be on the Spurs, and so was Derek White. On the fly. Who drafted Derek White? On the fly. The San Antonio Spurs. Who drafted Kawhi Leonard? The
Indiana Pacers.
Pacers.
According to Wikipedia, Leonard was selected with the
But
15th overall pick in the 2011 NBA draft by the Indiana Pacers but was traded that night to the San Antonio Spurs along with the rights to Erasm Lorbeck and Davis Bertans in exchange for George Hill.
But was traded to the Spurs that night. I almost forgot. Wow. I think I knew that at one point, but I forgot. And that's why he goes to the Spurs, and this stuff is all scripted. The Pacers, man, the Pacers got bad luck, I think. Right? And they had Paul George as well, remember? And Paul George reminds me of Kawhi Leonard a little bit. Interesting. It's amazing, man. So you get the San Antonio Spurs connection traded on draft night to the Spurs is Kawhi Leonard. Wow. So, I mean, if you didn't know, I'm showing you this 2 connection, right? Because Derek White, born on the 2nd, Kawhi Leonard wears 2 on his jersey for the Clippers. And don't forget what they said in the article. Let's go back. Let's see if I can find it. After appearing in just 2 playoff games over the last 2 years, the 33-year-old two-time finals MVP is healthy. With that 2 on the jersey, come on. Don't forget basketball equals 22 in the language. Who were we just talking about? We were talking about Derek White. Now Derek White's on the Boston Celtics. Boston equals 22. The National Basketball Association 202, like 22. This stuff is all within the language. Okay, it's not hard to believe, is it? It's like, think about like an algorithm, right? And I have a bonus here for you. Basketball also equals 185 in the reverse cipher. Look at Kawhi Leonard's upcoming June 29th birthday. It leaves 185 days in the year. Notice how he's born on the 29th of June. Kawhi equals 29. His middle name, Anthony, equals 29. Kawhi Anthony Leonard, 295. You see a 29? I do. You also get 92 with his full name. Middle name, Anthony, 92. Simply 29 reversed. Wow. Wow, right? And don't forget, series tied up at 1. Game 3, Thursday in LA. It's really amazing. Okay, it's like I'm never gonna get. I'm just never gonna get over it. You know what I'm saying? The fake world, man. He did miss 34 games on the season. I'm just glancing to see if there happens to be a 34. I didn't enter too much here. I don't see a 34. There may be one lingering somewhere. That's okay. I mean, it's not like we need it, right? Well, I found it. The game was on a 34 date numerology. Okay? You see it right there, 421 plus the single digits of the year 2025. Okay? So, what are we doing here? You know? Let's see if there's anything else I can pick up out of the article. Christian Braun, who was long on a three-pointer with 6 seconds left, and Nikola Jokic, who recorded his 19th career playoff triple-double, grabbed the rebound but also missed a three with 1 second remaining. The series shifts to LA for Game 3 on Thursday, as I stated. The Clippers lost Game 1 in overtime, haven't lost back-to-back games since March 2nd through the 4th, a stretch of 23 games. Remember, Easter equals 23. Kawhi, Anthony, Leonard, 203 like 23. They handed David Adelman his first loss in 5 games since replacing Michael Malone. I have that breakdown if you scroll back on my video section. The firing of Michael Malone, also the GM. You can go check that breakdown out on this channel. And that was a stunning move on the eve of the playoffs. Jokic, just the third player to average a triple-double over a season. He had 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. Jamal Murray added 23 points for the Nuggets. There's that 23 again, Easter 23, right? Who also got a bounce-back game from Michael Porter Jr., who had 15 points and 15 rebounds after his three-point performance in Game 1. Wow. Simply amazing. The Nuggets committed 20 turnovers, the same number the Clippers had in Game 1, and missed 8 free throws. That was a killer, Adelman said. Leonard also had a key steal of a Jokic pass with 37 seconds remaining in the game. But Harden missed at the other end, and Braun grabbed the defensive rebound with 11 seconds left. How did James Harden do in this game? Is he a non-factor now or what? Let's see. James Harden had 18 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. Hey, Kawhi Leonard even played 39 minutes, y'all. Scores 39 points. His team shot 39%. Wow, right? And what was did we have another 39? Leonard equals 39. Good Lord. So we'll see what happens Thursday in game 3. I love doing these basketball breakdowns. I mean, if anything was scripted, this stuff big time. What a presentation. All right? There's always something that's to be missed. That it's all good. I mean, wow, right? I don't know, man. Kawhi Leonard's 39 points lead the Clippers to a 105-102 win over the Nuggets to even the series at a game apiece. We'll see what happens Thursday in game 3. Shout out to y'all. Until next time.